Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. In the last episode, we enjoyed a game of Wicked Grace with a few of our companions. It was a lot of fun, and we also took Cowl out for dinner in Val Royeaux. He didn't eat, but he did help out some people who were at the restaurant. Now, before we move on, Cowl, do you have anything else for us? Cowl buddy.
He sounds new. Echoes of laughter on an empty riverbed. Not for sailing, but safer.
That's Cullen, about not taking lyrium.
I'll talk to you later.
Yes.
Indeed. Now then, next up, Sarah. Sarah, how are you doing?
Love seeing you, yeah?
Hey. Okay then. Maybe. Yeah, we can ask her about Blackwall.
What do you think about the people who have gathered?
Again with your people? Right, which ones?
Where? Right there.
Any thoughts about Warden Blackwall?
Right, Warden. Good liar, that one. Should give lessons. Suppose he kind of did. Soldiers do nasty shit. Still kind of like him, though. Proper sorry, him.
He is. That's the thing. He's not being an arse about it. He's not being a dick. He does show remorse for what he did.
We'll talk later.
Good, right? I'll be here.
It doesn't negate what he did. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that, oh, just because he feels sorry, we should forget everything he did. But he's not being an arse. He's not, standing there being like, I did nothing wrong, mwahaha.
Love seeing you, yeah?
Anything new here?
I'd like to know more about you, now that you're comfortable.
Suppose. It's embarrassing enough now, may as well.
Okay, yeah, this is just that, no.
We'll talk later.
If you say so.
You know what, considering we're here,
Love seeing you, yeah?
you want to go hang out on the roof?
Sky's pretty, even with that thing. It's got... sky.
Hey, just hanging out on the roof, chilling. Just having a nice time. That's good. Pardon me.
Wait a
minute. Okay, what were you saying though? Y'all were speaking. Oh, I hate when they get cut off by rat burping. Oh. Creme?
Inquisitor?
Any thoughts?
Can you think of any other tasks suitable for the chargers?
Nothing jumps out at me. If I come up with any ideas, I'll let you know.
Okay, you do you, Creme.
We'll talk later.
You're my favourite. You have no idea how much I wish/hope that Creme will be in Dragon Age 4 and that he'll be romanceable. I just want to romance this man. I love him to pieces. I don't think he is. But I hope, I dream that wish will come true. Ooh, are you two okay? You having a chat?
Damn, these are good. Are these nuts or seeds or whatever? They're good.
Okay, that's great.
See you later, Bull.
Nice talking with you, boss.
He's enjoying the bar snacks. Good for him.
Of course.
Okay, and again, I swear, Harding, she's speaking with someone, but as soon as the door opens, they piss off. I don't trust her. I don't trust her. These secret liaisons.
If they're smart.
That is the question, though. If they're smart. Cassandra.
Is there anything you need?
Ooh.
I want to talk to you about the cure for tranquility.
It's not a cure. Not truly. Mages who were once tranquil lose all control over their emotions. They become irrational, unable to focus. Perhaps that state eventually passes and they can be helped, but it will take time to investigate.
but you will investigate. They deserve a chance. That they'd be dangerous. No. You are going to investigate, though. That's the important thing here.
But you are going to look into it.
That is my intent. I would not want news of a cure to spread until we know for certain we can help these people. Once we have that, however, then I will spread the word myself.
Okay, that's good.
Do you have any advice for me?
It's good that you recruited Enchante Vivian into the Inquisition. She is ambitious, but has always shown sense in her dealings with the Chantry. My advice would be to watch her, but heed her when she speaks. That one wastes no words.
Oh, she certainly does not.
That's enough for now.
Another time, then.
And I've just realised I never went to speak with Vivienne. I'm pretty sure that just leaves Vivienne and Blackwall. I'm pretty sure I've spoken to everyone else. Considering Blackwall should have something to say. We'll leave him till last. Hello there. Now then, you doing all right, my dear?
I always have time for you, my dear.
Yeah, let's have a gossip. Why not?
What are your thoughts about the others in the Inquisition?
Our dear Lord Dorian is very sure of himself, isn't he? Let's hope he doesn't get his confidence crushed.
Whee! I mean, there are things that could absolutely crush Dorian's confidence, but let's not.
Inquisitor.
Hello there. Let's not hope for that. Dorian's been a good dude. I really like Dorian. He hasn't done anything. He hasn't done anything that would warrant, wishing for out like that. Normally someone has something to say there, huh? Okay.
Inquisitor?
Yeah, what do I call you now?
How shall I refer to you? Rainier or Blackwall?
I've gotten used to Blackwall. Perhaps we could treat it as less of a name and more of a title. Almost like Inquisitor. Reminds me of what I ought to be.
Oh, a noble sentiment. They aren't the same thing, your choice. I don't think this comparison makes Aenor comfortable, because it's just hero worship. And that... I think she thinks it's hurting him. In the long run, he needs to learn to stand on his own 2 feet as himself. Because he puts her and the Grey Wardens on these high pedestals that he will never be able to reach, because no one can reach them. They're, even the Grey Wardens, even Aenor, can't match up to these idealized versions of them that he has in his head. It just hurts him every time he does something and he thinks, oh, that could have been better. Oh, I could have done more. Oh, I could have been gooder. Like, it'll just hurt him. Unfortunately, none of these really match up to that. Because I doubt this is talking about hero worship hurting you. I'm gonna go for this one in that case.
Everyone needs something to aspire to.
Exactly. I'm glad you understand.
Here's the thing, I think Aenor does agree with that. Everyone needs something to aspire to. I mean, I think one of her heroes has always been the Grey Warden that saved her from Darkspawn when she was a teenager, who taught her how to fight with a greatsword. That woman, Aenor doesn't know where she is. She could be dead for all Aenor knows, but that woman has always been one of Aenor's heroes. And she does aspire to be as heroic as her. There's nothing wrong with aspiring to be like someone, but it's when you put them on an unobtainable pedestal, that's when it hinders you. Oh yeah, let's talk about the Wardens, now that I know the truth.
Is there anything you actually know about the Wardens? Or did you make it all up?
I made very little up. I also feared you knew enough to contradict me. Warden Blackwall told me a bit before my initiation, but it is a secretive order. Not even the most senior wardens know all there is to know.
Yeah. This is the thing that hurts Aenor the most. I worried about you. Before I became suspicious, I genuinely worried about you. And you let me be worried, knowing that you were never in any real danger.
Now we know why you were never worried about Corypheus's calling.
Yes. I have none of the Warden's abilities and none of the drawbacks. Still, I would have fought through the darkest pits of the deep roads like any true Warden. There's more to it than being able to sense darkspawn. Warden Blackwall would have agreed.
Ooh. So there is a little bit of a, what would you call it? Not continuity error, but a sort of a hole in the game's logic, because as we know, wardens can sense other blighted creatures. So wardens presumably can sense other wardens. They would ping on their taint sensor, and none of the wardens at Adamant or Alistair said, hold up, you can't be a warden. You're not tainted. I've always assumed that it was because they were so distracted by the calling. The calling was kind of overwhelming their Grey Warden senses, so they couldn't tell that Blackwall wasn't a warden, and presumably he's been communicating with wardens via letters, so he's never been near a Grey Warden in person for them to call him out on his lie. That's what I've always assumed there. He wasn't at Adamant. He wasn't at Adamant. We kept him away because we were concerned about, you know, the calling and why his answers weren't really adding up. So, I've been saying this for a while. Aenor worries about how much Blackwall idealizes the Wardens. It is a tad hypocritical of her because she did also idolize them. However, she's recently realized, oh, maybe I shouldn't be doing that. Maybe she wants to help break that idealization for Blackwall too, because it isn't healthy.
You have a lot of respect for the Wardens.
They take all men, from the most noble to the most despicable, and make them equals. I needed to believe something like that was possible.
Why did Blackwall want to recruit you?
He never told me. I don't know what he saw that day besides some wreck starting a bar fight. That night, I taught some village militia a painful lesson about harassing the tavern girl. Didn't know I had an audience.
A noble act. Were you drunk? He saw how you fight. I do think Aenor would be slightly impressed by that. You know, this guy, he was on the run. He was hiding out in a tavern, and he saw these people, you know, harassing the tavern girl, and he decided to step in. You know, he didn't have to, but he did.
I can see why the Warden was impressed.
You're assuming my intentions were noble. Told the girl to keep the wine coming. She couldn't, not with those louts bothering her. Something had to be done.
And at least he's honest. He doesn't lie and say, oh yeah, I had purely noble intentions. He says, no, it was self-serving. I wanted more drink she couldn't provide because there were some ass hats in the bar, and I stepped in. At least he is honest about his motivations.
We'll continue this another time.
Oh, you know, anything else?
Something on your mind?
Okay, there wouldn't be anything new there.
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
Okay, Blackwall. Well, seeing as you want us to call you that, for right now, we can. However, hopefully in the future, you get used to being Rainier. Aha, yep, it's updated now. The Stable Boys' letters. A personal letter written in a sure hand. Regards to the Cropper family. My name is Ayla Goodwin. I write on behalf of your son, Desmond. He is very busy tending the Inquisition's horses, so he bid me write this to you. I was happy to do so, as I know it takes him time to word his letters. I made his acquaintance while also in service to the Inquisitor. He is a fine man, and I welcome my time working with him in my duties as a research assistant, as I catalogue variances in the mounts. For now, know that he is well, that he is happy, and that he misses his family dearly. He has, of course, spoken highly of you, and I feel as though I can picture you all. It is good to know that the blight spared more than it took. If all goes well, and it shall, your son and I shall be part of the force that prevents such tragedy from happening again. Ayla Goodwin, on behalf of Desmond Cropper. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Oh. Maybe Desmond will one day learn how to write his own letters. Hello there. He won't have to rely on anyone else. He can write for himself. That'd be nice. Oh. I do like those little stories. They make Skyhold feel more alive, and I do appreciate that. Now then, that is everyone spoken to. How's our inventory looking? Oh, flippin' heck, it's rather full. Didn't expect that. Hello. Okay, you know what? We can sort that out very quickly. Alrighty then. Yeah, I'ma cut through this. Be right back. Alrighty then, that was very easy. As you can see, our inventory is now at 0, and Aenor finally has an upgraded weapon. I picked out the Chromatic Greatsword, and Iron Bull now has the maul that Aenor was using. I am very happy with that. I've been wanting an upgrade for Aenor for the longest time, so that is excellent. Now then, we did have 2 people come back. So let's just see who they were. I know one of them was Liliana. I feel like the other one probably would have been Cullen. Maybe? I'm not entirely sure. And after that, we can head over to Emprise du Lion. At least everyone's all on the same map. How long do you have? Oh, 2 hours. Okay, we are not waiting around for Josephine. Word from Zevran Aranai. When I heard your agents would provide a distraction, I did not expect such a roaring fire. The confusion, the running around in circles, it was all very lively. Of course, Lord Enzo and his Venatori were decidedly less lively at the end of it. Zevran Aranai. Thank you. And gather coin. Our efforts have proven successful. Thank you, Cullen. I appreciate it. Good stuff. Now then, that should have given us evading the crows, unless maybe that rocks up in... right there. Okay. Let me just figure out where I'm sending everyone. Be right back. Okay, that was pretty easy. Once again, Cullen, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I just have nothing for you, bud. I have literally nothing for the soldiers to do. And evading the crows. My friends, I did enjoy our little venture, and I hate to be a bother, but I believe you owe me a favour. After all, Lord Enzo is quite dead. As you may recall, the crows and I are not on the best of terms. They were not pleased I stole their target out from under them. It means they don't get paid. They could have taken credit for my work, but I had already written to their employer. I earned the prize after all. The crows would like to speak to me, as you can imagine. They've sent more of their number to Sahrnia. It's time I left the free marches. Zevran. Josephine would have suggested, Sahrnia's ambassador is planning a trip to Denerim. I could arrange for Zevran to be in her party. Liliana says my agents could plant false leads for the crows. And Cullen says, Zevran was helpful. We could send soldiers to sweep Sahrnia for any remaining Venatori. If Zevran left with our men, it may go unnoticed. Again, let's have Liliana deal with this. She is Zevran's friend, after all.
Inquisitor.
Okie doke. Good stuff. Now, back to my timer. There we are. Okay, and new map time. Liberate Emprise du Lion. My dearest Josephine, the hills of Emprise du Lion are in peril. A maidservant recently returned from visiting an uncle in Sahrnia spoke of gruff, helmeted men about the village's quarry, and the appearance of strange red crystals in the fields close by. I suspected red lyrium and sent men to investigate, but the bridges leading to the area had all been destroyed. The Red Templars' handiwork, I wager. If we do not act quickly, all of the Highlands may be lost. I wish I bore fairer tidings, my dear. My warmest regards to your family. I pray for the quelling of these winter winds of chaos, that we may meet again in springtime. Your truest friend and ally, Edward, I believe that's how that's pronounced, Desjardins. Again, my French is piss poor, my apologies. Connections. The Elf's Blood River froze over after an unseasonable chill. We'll need brave soldiers and sturdy mounts, but it's our only path into the mountains. Let's go. We broke through to Sahrnia, and lead scout Harding is with the vanguard sent to establish an Inquisition camp. Her early reports indicate that red lyrium is spreading. Cullen. Well, yeah, let's venture forth. Now, who do we want to bring? Ooh, I'm kind of inclined to go with Blackwall Sarah, because it's been a while since we brought Sarah out. The only question is who... I feel Dorian. I feel like he suits that party best. Considering that, you know, Vivienne doesn't get along with either of them. Solus and Sarah hate each other. Dorian, at least, he and Blackwall don't get along, but...
Inquisitor.
Scout Harding.
We're on the outskirts of Sahrnia. This is what's left of the town. The lucky ones got out before the river froze over. The rest, penned in by Fade Rifts and Red Templars. We're the first friendly face they've seen in a long, long while.
How exactly did the river freeze?
How did an entire river freeze so quickly?
It got really cold, really quickly. Sahrnia relies on its river for everything. Trade, food. They weren't expecting this.
Yeah, we will absolutely check on the townsfolk.
I should look in on the townsfolk, see what they can tell me.
I'm sure they'll appreciate it. The Red Templars have been mounting frequent attacks. They want Emprise du Lion. Bad. Let's get out there and take it back from them.
Oh, and here we are. Here we are in the winter map. Right in time for December. Oh, it's a Christmas miracle. A Christmas miracle. Oh, I love it. Alrighty then, who's got what for me? Hello?
Inquisitor, if you have a moment.
Report.
What is it?
Could prove useful, sir.
Oh god. I love that we can hear wolves in the background. Like, that isn't terrifying. Okay, let's see. Yep, here's Sahrnia. God, this... They've got bodies out in the open. This town looks miserable. I tried to think of a polite way to put it, but no, this place just looks miserable. These people are clearly suffering. Aenor, why did you do that? You could have turned around. Oh well. Okay, now then, let's see.
Grim sight.
Grim indeed. Flipping heck. Okay, so here... Okay, we've got a Fade Rift right over there. Oh, pardon me. Knock, knock.
Hear my cry. Guide me through the blackest nights. Steal my heart against
Find Mama's ring. Are you going to say anything? You normally have stuff to say? I guess not then. Common curses. So lad, you're getting your sights straight in your first day's topside. So here's some advice. You're not just trading with kin. You're selling to all kinds of folk now, with different customs and tongues. As I've learned here, the most important part of any language is the cussing. It gets your trust, it gets your coin. Most elves you see in the city are servants, and a human looking for a fight might call one knife ear. If the elf returns with shem, or quick, blood's about to spill. Those Dalish elves use flat ear to insult the ones who live with humans, like our unenlightened kin below calling us stone blind up here. Even the humans who pray to some woman they burned alive and her god they call the Maker say something when they knock their shins. It's a curse to say Andraste's, well, any body part really. Maker's breath might get you in with a swaggering fool, but the lady priests won't be pleased. Chantry folk also don't like mages. If you hear a mage called a spellbind, hide anything flammable. Then there are all those beautiful words that just mean sod it. When that loose cobblestone flips and the ankle cracks, an elf will cry Fenhedis, while a human might, damn it, a Kunari will mumble Vashadan. I've even heard a couple Teventers yell Kafar. If any of these get aimed at you, hopefully all that gets killed is a sail. Note from Hardle, a surface merchant dwarf, to an apprentice adjusting to life outside Orzammar. I like that. Just the first thing you need to know when learning the language. Learn to swear. Beautiful advice. Truly, truly beautiful advice. Pardon me, madam. Yoink. Scribbled note. Rianne, I have a hankering for that Dalish cheese you stocked last year. What happened to it? It's not really Dalish, is it? I asked the last Dalish hunters who came to the village to trade, and they looked at me like I'd grown a tree out of my head. Whatever it is, let me know if you get more. I would give anything for another taste. Denise. Yeah, whatever that cheese was made with, I don't think it was anything good. Just saying.
Come, lad. I have dried beans and radishes. Hot weak salt pork, it makes a meal.
Thank you, madame.
Okay, Mistress
the
Poulin.
Inquisition.
Yeah, hello there.
That was generous of you.
I do what I can. I am partly to blame for all this. The Red Templars are here because, fool that I am, I sold them my family's quarry. They've taken every worker. We haven't seen them in weeks. And it's not enough. They keep coming, taking more people. And there's nothing I can do to stop them.
Yeah, here's the thing. It doesn't sound like she realised what was going on at the time.
How could you have sold land to the Red Templars?
I didn't know. I swear by Andraste's buyer, they look like knights, chevaliers. Such pretty speeches. They said they would reopen the quarry, bring employment and trade back to Sahrnia. We'd been struggling since the war began. How could I refuse? It was good for a time. People went to work, they were paid. Then they stopped coming home. After that, the Red Templars stopped pretending.
Yeah, if that is understandable. Obviously, they're not gonna send the hulking beasts of the horrors, you know, people with red lyrium growing out of their backs to be like, can we buy your quarry, mistress? Like, no, they're gonna send the people who look normal, for want of a better word. They're gonna send the people who have maybe only just started taking red lyrium. So how would she have known who they were?
What do you mean the Red Templars take workers?
People just disappear. First those who worked the quarry, then they took people from their homes. I don't know why. I just prayed they'd leave me and my family alone.
Indeed. And what is this? Mistress Poulin's records. Records show that Sahrnia's granite quarry has been in financial trouble for at least a year. Anselm says the Duchess of Savron's household has cancelled their order. The Duchess has decided instead to donate the gold set aside for her new fountain to the Empress's war effort, and Anselm won't send a boat to take the merchandise I prepared for him. He says if he can't sell it, it just takes up space in his warehouse. maybe another trader will take it off my hands. It's some of the finest quality we've pulled in recent years. No new orders. I can't get rid of the blocks meant for the Duchess. No one wants what we offer, not while the war rages. I've had to close the quarry. I can't pay the workers. Soon they'll leave for the cities. Sahrnia will die. Ooh, yeah, it seems like she was in a bit of a bind. Oh dear. I think Aenor would have a lot of sympathy for her right now.
Oh, Mago, why have you allowed this to happen? My little brother of the war, and now my sweet Louis dead. Mago, why?
Oh,
Mistress Poulin is the reason we're still alive.
Oh, okay, that's good. I'm glad to hear that your leader is, you know, effective and all of that. Oh, hello there. Hello, you. I know who you are. God, there's so much around. There's so much around, and there are bodies in the snow. Oh Lord. Okay, it's just more Arbor Blessing. You know what? I am just about out of time for this episode. In the next one, we continue exploring Sahrnia. We go talk to that Michelle person, and hopefully we can help out the townsfolk somewhat. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.